Hello students. In the last class we have studied quadratic equation. What is quadratic equation? We learned that a quadratic equation is a special case of polynomial. In general, polynomial of 2 degree is the quadratic polynomial, and if this is in general is polynomial look like, and the exponent of the variable should be whole number, and a coefficient of variable should be any real number, and if a is not equals to 0, then highest exponent is called degree of the polynomial. So in general, quadratic equation will look like this is the quadratic equation: ax square plus bx plus c, where a is not equals to 0. This is the quadratic expression, and when expression is equated to 0, this will become quadratic equation. So here this is the quadratic equation, and if you equate it to 0, this will become quadratic equation. And we also learned that if we draw the graph of quadratic polynomial, this will look like this, and parabola will come. So in case of a greater than 0, concave para will come, and in case of a less than 0, convex parabola will come. And here we can see that this parabola is touching only one point at x-axis, and here it intersecting 2 point of the x-axis, and here it is not intersecting x-axis. Similarly, in case of a less than 0. So what is this point of intersection of x-axis? This is, we can see that this is here in x-axis, value of y is always 0. So this point, at this point y is 0, and here is some value x, suppose this is beta. Here also this point also, and this point also, some x alpha and y is 0. So by definition we see that these 2 points, and this x equals to alpha and x equals to beta, they are the 0 of the polynomial ax square, quadratic polynomial ax square plus, this is the 0 of quadratic polynomial of ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So how to find this quadratic polynomial, we are going to discuss in this next lecture. So we want to find 0 of quadratic equation. So in case of linear polynomial, we simply equated the polynomial to 0 and find the value of variable, and this was the 0 of the polynomial. In this case, you can simply guess 0 of this polynomial. If you put x equals to half, this will be 0, but we cannot always find 0 by guessing. So this x is, so we simply equate this polynomial to 0 and then find the value of variable. This value of variable is 0 of polynomial. So this is the simple case of linear polynomial. But what if we get the quadratic polynomial here, p of x equals to ax square plus bx plus c? So how we will find this 0 here? So in particular, if we want to discuss, this is the quadratic polynomial 2x square minus 7x plus 6. We want to find the 0 of this quadratic polynomial, and how we are going to find it? So if it were a linear polynomial, we simply would have put equal to 0, and we would have equated it to the 0 and then find the value of x. But it is a quadratic, so we cannot simply find the 0. So we somehow if it is possible, we somehow convert this quadratic into linear polynomial, then equate it to the 0, then we find the 0 of the polynomial. So in general, if you talk about general, here we are given a quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c, and we want to find the 0 of this quadratic polynomial. So we equate it to the 0, and this quadratic will become ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So we want to convert this quadratic as a linear. So if we could somehow put it in the form of p square equals to 0, then we can, or some value, suppose some value a, then this will be linear in x, and we can find the value of x by equating it to the 0. So we are going to do that. So what we do here, we have ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Now we divide both the side by coefficient of x square. Here it is a, so we divide both the side by a. So we get x square plus b by ax plus c upon a equals to 0. Now this in square bracket terms, x square plus b upon a into x, this could be written as this: x plus b by a, b by 2a to the whole square minus b by 2a to the whole square. How we come to this? We want to convert it into the perfect square form. So we want to make it in the perfect square form. So we are coming to that. So that is why we see here. So that is why we are doing this. So what we did, we simply multiply half into coefficient of x here, and we came to this point. If you solve it, this will come. So this is equivalent to saying that x plus b upon 2a to the whole square minus b upon 2a to the whole square plus c upon a equals to 0. Now if you break this bracket, this will come b square upon 4a square plus c upon a. So this is already looking good. It is a perfect square. Now we want this as this, then we can find the value. So we take LCM here, and we simplify it, and it turned out this: b square minus 4ac upon 4a square. Here what we did, we took LCM of 4a square and a, it came 4a square. We took common minus 1, so this will become minus, this will become b square, and this is minus. If means if we multiply 4a to a, this will come 4a square. So we will multiply here 4a to x to c, so this will come b square minus 4ac, which is what here has come. Sorry, here it has come. This x plus b by 2a to the whole square minus b square minus 4ac upon 4a square equals to 0. Now we do transposition here, and by transposition, if this term come to the right hand side, this will come like this. Now it has come, this has come in the form of this. So now our objective is coming to highlight here. So this x plus, so this is x plus b upon 2a to the whole square equals to b square minus 4ac upon 4a square, and this could be written as x plus b upon 2a equals to plus minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 4a square. If you want to know that how this has come, you can see here. Suppose we had x square equals to x, like this here. suppose we had here, we want to know that how this come. X plus b upon 2a equals to plus minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 4a square. So you can see here, suppose we are given x square equals to, so we are given x square equals to 4, then we transport this 4 to this left hand side. This can be written as x square minus 2 to the whole square, and this, by applying a square minus b square, we come to know that this will be equal to x minus 1, x minus 2 into x plus 2, a square minus b square, a minus b into a plus b. So finally, if the product of two number is 0, then either of the number is 0 or both the number are 0. So x minus 2 is 0 or x plus 2 is 0. So we arrive at x equals to minus 2 and 2 are the, then we can say that x equals to plus minus 2. In general, if you can see x square is, if x square is a, then this could be written as x square minus under root a to the whole square, and we come at this result, this x equals to plus minus under root a. So similarly, we had come here to the conclusion that if x plus b upon 2a to the whole square is equals to b square minus 4ac upon 4a square, this will be equals to x plus b upon 2a equals to plus minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 4a square. And if we simplify it, this will come x plus b upon 2a equals to x plus minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. By multiplying both the side by 2a, this will become 2ax plus b equals to plus minus under root b square minus 4ac. So this is this will become 2ax equals to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac. This you can see that in the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c, we already know the value of a, b, c. So here we got 2ax equals to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac. So clearly we know that these are known, b and a and c, they are known. So we can find value of x from here. So this is the quadratic formula we have arrived at, and we will use this formula to find the 0 of the polynomial. For example, here we took the example of 2x square minus 7x plus 6. So we want to find the 0 of the 0 of this quadratic polynomial by applying the quadratic equation we found the above. So this is so we equate it to the 0. This will be the quadratic equation, and here we can see that a is non-zero, which is positive, and 2. So a is equals to 2 and b is equals to minus 7 and c is equals to 6. So applying quadratic formula, we know that 2ax plus b equals to plus minus under root b square minus 4ac. So if you simply put the value, then you will get this 4x minus 7 equals to plus minus under root 49 minus 48. This minus 7 square was 49. So this is 49 minus 48. So this is 4x minus 7 equals to plus minus 1. So 4x minus 7 equals to 1, or 4x minus 7 equals to minus 1. So this is 4x equals to 7 plus 1. So x equals to 2. And this is 4x equals to 7 minus 1. So x equals to 3 by 2. So we get the value x equals to 2 or 3 by 2. So these two values are the 0 of the polynomial. If you can see, if you put x equals to 3 by 2, this will also come 0, and if you put x equals to 3 by 2, this will come 0. So we have 2 0 here, and they are 2 and 3 by 2. So if you see that this quadratic polynomial, we use this quadratic value. From here we came to value of x as this. So in most of the book you find this value x equals to this formula you will find, but I find this very useful in memorizing the formula. Once you solve 2 or 3 problems, you will not be worrying about the formula, because it is pretty handy and pretty easy. It is very universal formula, so you can remember this, or this also you can remember, but I prefer this. So we found the 0 of quadratic polynomial by quadratic formula method, but there are other way also. So in 9th standard you must have learned the factorization of polynomial. So what we did in case of quadratic polynomial, how did we factorize it? We simply took last term and first term, multiplied both the number, and then we figure out two pairs such that sum or difference should be equal to the coefficient of middle term. So here coefficient of middle term is -7. So we found this pair 4 and 3. This is making 7. So precisely it is -4 and -3. So if we take combination of -4 and -3, we get -7. So this quadratic expression can be written as x square minus 4x minus 3x plus 6. So if you take so here we were getting 2x square minus 4x minus 3 plus 6. So we can take 2x common from both these two terms, and this will come 2x into x minus 2, and from these two we can take 3. So this will come x minus 2, the common is x minus 2, so this is x minus 2 into 2x minus 3. So now we have factorized this quadratic 2x square minus 4x minus 3x plus 6, 2x square minus 7x plus 6. We have factorized this quadratic into 2x minus 3 into x minus 2. Now this now equate this quadratic expression to 0. So this will come 2x minus 3 into x minus 2 equals to 0. So if the product of two number is 0, either of any number will be 0, or both the number will be 0. So either 2x minus 3 is equals to 0, or x minus 2 equals to 0. So here we get x equals to 3 by 2 and x equals to 2. So these two are the same 0 we have found in quadratic formula method. Now there are other method also. These two are the common method for finding the 0 of the quadratic polynomial. This first one, this quadratic formula method, and this second one, factorization method. So these two you have to know, and question will be asked to find the 0 of the quadratic polynomial by method of either using quadratic formula method, or by factorization method. In NCERT, to understand how we come to this formula, this quadratic formula, how we arrive at this quadratic formula. So for learning this, in NCERT they have asked to find the quadratic formula, to find the zero of quadratic by method of perfect square method. So this is P of x equals to 2x square minus 7x plus 7. So by equating it to the 0, this is 2x square minus 7x plus 6 equals to 0. Now what we did in the last, for deriving the quadratic formula, what we did, we are going to do the same. What we did, we divide both the side by the coefficient of x square and we make it to the perfect square, and now equating it to the 0, we find out this equation. So similarly we are going to find here also. So what is that? So this is 2x square minus 7x plus 6 equals to 0. Dividing both the side by 2, we will get this. Now by applying the same procedure here, we will get multiplying half of 1 by 2, this will get 7 by 4. So this is x minus 7 by 4 to the whole square minus 7 by 4 to the whole square plus 3 equals to 0. So by equating this, by simplifying this, you will get x minus 7 by 4 to the whole square equals to 1 by 16. So x minus 7 by 4 equals to, if you take a square root of this is 1 and this is 4, so this is plus minus 1 by 4. So by solving these two, this will either be x minus 7 by 4 equals to 1 by 4 or x minus 7 by 4 equals to minus 1 by 4. So we will get x equals to 2 and x equals to 3 by 2. So we get 2 0 here, 2 and 3 by 2. So we have found out here that 0 of this polynomial, we have found the 0 of this polynomial by 3 methods. One, the quadratic formula method, and second one is factorization method, and this third one is very lengthy. It is simply to understand the concept of how we have arrived at the quadratic formula. So it is just a practice question. So this is very lengthy one, you can see. So that's it. We have basically two methods for finding the zero of quadratic equation. First is this quadratic formula method, and second is factorization method. Factorize the polynomial, factorize the quadratic and equate it to the 0. We will get the 0, and this is the last one. It is not very useful, but it is useful in the sense if you want to understand how we arrive at the quadratic formula. So we have already discussed it. So that's it. This is the method of finding the zero of the quadratic polynomial. So we found the 2 0 here, x equals to 2 and 3 by 2. And how this, if you draw the graph of, if you want to see the graph of, polynomial 2x square minus 7x plus 6, this will look like this. Here you can see that a is greater than 0, so this is the concave parabola, and we were getting 2 0, 3 by 2 and 2, and this is 3 by 2 and 2. So the graph of the quadratic will look like this. So that's it for today's lecture. So we have completed what is quadratic equation and how to find the zero of quadratic equation, and what it means to find what it means the zero of the polynomial, zero of the quadratic we have understood geometrically also. So that's it. So I think I have covered quadratic equation, finding the zero of quadratic equation. In the next class we'll discuss, that will be the last part of the quadratic equation, and we'll discuss the nature of the zero. Thank you.